Hi, so I'm with Flame this afternoon. Coach Flame recently won an award, the Young Coach Leader Award from ICF Global, and I was fortunate enough to meet Flame, was it 4 years ago, Flame?
Yes.
At a meeting in the States, which was one of those. Anyway, it was a very significant meeting for a whole load of different reasons. One of the main ones was the people that I met through it. So welcome, Flame.
Thanks for having me. I'm so happy to see you again.
Flame has come onto my radar because she's offering a new coach education series that I thought would be of interest to the group. Shall I just pass over to you, Flame, and you tell us all about it and why you felt the need to develop it?
Absolutely. So, one of the things that I've been learning for myself as a woman over the last couple of years is how to meet my own needs more and more of the time. And I can't tell you how many times people said, well, what do you need? And my mind would just go blank. I've had no frame of reference for any of this stuff. And then I was actually in a breakout session at an ICF conference, and the presenter gave us a whole page of human needs. It's single spaced, and there are 4 columns. And I thought, there is no way I'm meeting these needs. Like, that's not happening. And then just in the course of my own personal growth, I began to explore them. And for a long time, I've wanted to do continuing education for coaches, but didn't really know what I would say. And then I had one of those great aha moments where I realized, oh, the core competencies for coaching and the needs go hand in hand. What if we as coaches knew what it looked like when people's needs were not being met and met them as best we could in that session and empowered clients to meet them for themselves?
Sounds amazing. I'm just going, wow, what a brilliant idea. Tell us how you're doing that.
So in each call, we take one core competency and one human need, and we pair them up. And we look at what are the markers when this need is being met so that you can help your client bring that into consciousness. But then what does it look like when it's not being met? And then how do you coach to that? So you come away with really practical, grounded, like, okay, here's what's happening. Here's a list of things I could do to meet this. So for example, in our first call, we talk about self-expression combined with setting the coaching agreement.
Oh,
So
wow.
like when your client is fully self-expressed into the coaching agreement, and it really deepens the session very, very quickly.
I think that's one of the most incredible things about the work we do as well, the fact that it is so co-created, that both parties have such a say in getting what they need from it.
Absolutely. And, for me, I just recently submitted my application for Master Certified Coach. We'll
Woo-hoo!
see there. But that was eye-opening for me because I was very structured in my approach to coaching. I didn't think I was, but as I studied for my MCC and tried to meet those MCC core competency markers, I was not creating it with the client as much as I needed to be. So I needed some other reference point to help me get to that MCC level. And this is what finally did it for me, was realizing, oh, if I'm looking more specifically at what's happening for my client in a nuanced way, then I know how to be with them without it being, a checklist of things.
Absolutely. How do you deal with things? It sounds like some of the issues you might be dealing with might tread into sort of therapy areas. So particularly if you have situations where needs aren't being met.
Some of that's going to happen. So we do spend some time talking about, what are the markers to refer out, what's out of the scope. Because obviously as coaches, we want to work with the healthy person and look at moving forward rather than reviewing the past and promoting healing there. So what I love about these calls is that it's a lot of conversation and people have the best ideas about how to do this stuff in a way that says to the client, what if this is yours to do? Where haven't you been being self-expressed and what has that cost you and how can you step into it rather than diagnosing it or trying to fix it. It's just an observation point.
I love that, Flame. And actually, I'm doing the MCC journey myself as well. And that seems to be another key move towards mastery, which is not trying to fix things. It's looking at the person.
I really come from the viewpoint that everybody has an internal map of reality. And as a coach, I'm just trying to get people to tell me, what does your map look like?
Mm.
And chances are they've never looked at it. They're not sure, right? That's where the consciousness building of the coaching relationship is so fun. And a lot of times when they look at it, they'll say, oh, this road definitely leads from A to B, but that's not where I wanted to end up. You know, so you're really getting curious. And these conversations that we're offering are really, everybody comes away so curious about what's happening for their clients.
Tell me a bit about the practicalities of your program, what its name, how you host it, CCEs, all of that stuff.
Yeah, so it's called the Signal Coaching Series. We're on Facebook, or you can go to my website, coachflame.com, and there are details there. We meet once a month on the second Tuesday of the month. Now, it would be pretty late for people in England, I think, because I think it's at 10 o'clock Central Time in America. From 10
people from all over the place.
Yeah, because we're going to host it via Zoom, so you can come from anywhere. And each session is 2 hours long, and you'll end up with 1.5 hours of core competency continuing education and a half hour of resource development continuing ed. So it helps you get some of those kind of elusive core competency credits that you need for your credential renewal every 3 years.
Do people have to sign up to the whole series?
No, they can come to the whole series, which is 10 right now, or they can come to one at a time, and you can pay either way. If you take the whole series, it's quite a significant discount because we want you to come and be a part of that conversation, contribute to the community. But if you just need to come to one, you only need a couple of core competency hours. We'd love to see you for that too.
That sounds fabulous. So we'll put the joining details in the comments section underneath the video. But is there anything else that people should know about it? Any other key insights that you think that you'd like to share?
I think what's been fun for me is that you'll learn a lot about yourself too.
Yeah.
And one of the things that can be trickiest about becoming a master level coach is seeing where your blind spots are, right? And so each time you're taking one of these CCE classes, you're going to start to see some blind spots where you yourself can really grow. And it'll be so easy because you're seeing exactly what to do about it.
It sounds absolutely wonderful, and I'm going to try and join you for some of
We
them.
would love to have you. Yes.
Thank you so much, Flame. I'm going to just hit stop record, but I'm going to keep talking to you when I've done that.
Okay.
Well,